Good day, gentlemen. I'm Dr. Leila, a specialist in urology and sexual wellness with more than 20 years of experience in men's health. Lean in because this talk is just for you if you're a male in your 50s, 60s, or older, and you've ever found yourself thinking about something really personal that you don't often discuss out loud. Have you ever questioned whether masturbating in solitude for self gratification is actually healthy as you get older? Or have you wondered, in those silent times of uncertainty, am I hurting myself without realizing it? Let me tell you now, if that notion has ever crossed your mind, you are by no means alone. I've met with innumerable men in my practice who are like you, strong and composed on the outside, but who harbor these hidden anxieties about their bodies and connection. It's one of the most frequently heard murmurs in the exam room, but it's veiled in old taboos, myths, and a startling dearth of clear-cut facts. We're going to change that today. As your go-to expert, I'll provide you the genuine science derived from years of study and actual patient experiences so you can make informed decisions that could improve your confidence and health for years to come. Imagine this. Robert, a retired engineer in his late 60s, was one of my patients. He came to me feeling nervous and ashamed. He had come across contradictory publications on the internet, one stating that masturbation was a fountain of youth for the prostate, and another cautioning that it might cause fatigue or worse. He acknowledged that, after making dramatic cuts out of anxiety, he saw a decline in his energy and a decline in his intimacy with his wife. Does that sound familiar? As we discussed the research, Robert learned how this natural act could actually contribute to his vitality. That's the power of clarity. It's about making well-informed decisions, not passing judgment. So let's get straight to the point. After going over 10 unexpected, scientifically supported advantages of masturbating as we age, I'll discuss why it's also important to be aware of the risks. Follow me through to the conclusion. It might hold the secret to improved health in your later years. Let's begin with the positives, which are numerous and frequently disregarded gems that can significantly impact your day-to-day existence. First advantage, it maintains the health and responsiveness of your penis. Consider your penis to be a finely tuned instrument that requires frequent playing in order to remain in tune. In essence, you're providing the corpora cavernosa, those inner tissues, with a natural workout when you have an erection while masturbating. They are stretched and oxygenated by the influx of blood, which helps them stay supple and sensitive over time. Men who disregard this factor have experienced erectile dysfunction in my clinic as a result of tissues becoming stiff from inactivity. But modest self-stimulation on a regular basis, it helps you maintain firm erections and steer clear of that annoying use it or lose it situation, much like preventive maintenance. This is supported by a study published in the Journal of Sexual Medicine, which found that masturbating males over 50 often report improved erectile function. Gentlemen, it's easy self-care that doesn't require a gym membership. It promotes your prostate health in ways that may surprise you, which brings us to our second advantage. Based on solid research from Harvard's Health Professionals Follow-Up Study, which followed over 30,000 men for almost 20 years, this is revolutionary. The results? The risk of prostate cancer is 31% lower for men who ejaculate 21 times or more per month than for those who only do so 4 to 7 times. Why? Like unclogging a blocked pipe before it bursts, ejaculation removes accumulated fluids and possible carcinogens from the prostate ducts. I once treated a 72-year-old widower named Tom who had heard stories from his elderly wives about overuse damaging his prostate. On my recommendation, he added moderate masturbation to his practice, along with routine checkups, which not only made him feel more relaxed but also caused his PSA levels to stabilize. Naturally, lifestyle and genetics also play a part. This is not a panacea. As a natural ally, however, it's profound. The American Cancer Society agrees, stating that although further study is required, the protective association for older males is promising. Now for the third advantage, it fortifies your pelvic floor muscles, which are the unseen backbone of your body. These muscles are the unsung heroes that support your bowels, bladder, and sexual function, even though you may not give them much thought. They contract rhythmically during orgasm, much like when you do Kegel exercises without even trying. Better erection control, less post-urination drips, an annoyance for many people over 60, and a lower chance of incontinence are all associated with strong pelvic floors. Men like James, a 65-year-old golfer, have complained about leaks during swings, in my experience. He practiced carefully after describing how masturbation naturally tones these muscles, and he reported significant improvements in both the bedroom and the restroom. This is corroborated by research published in the British Journal of Urology International, which links increased pelvic strength to regular sexual activity. You're developing resilience from the inside out, which is empowering. Turning around for the fourth benefit, it provides a natural sense of serenity in our busy environment by reducing stress chemicals. Life still throws curveballs, whether it's health issues, family issues, or just the day-to-day grind, even in retirement. Here's the science, though. Your body's main stress hormone, cortisol, drops precipitously after an orgasm. Increased cortisol can cause anxiety, raise blood pressure, and potentially worsen heart problems. According to research from Scotland's University of Paisley, sexual release can reduce cortisol levels by as much as 50% after an orgasm, which encourages relaxation and improved cardiovascular health. David, a 70-year-old stressed-out former CEO who suffers from hypertension, is one of the people I've recommended this therapy to. He was first dubious, but after establishing it as a weekly routine, he slept like a baby, and his blood pressure readings improved. It is an effective, private, and free remedy found in nature. When combined with deep breathing, it becomes a potent tool for mental clarity. The fifth advantage follows naturally from that. It acts as a personal mood enhancer by flooding your brain with feel-good molecules. That glow after an orgasm? It's true. Oxytocin, the bonding hormone, promotes emotional warmth, and dopamine spikes for motivation and pleasure. This can reduce loneliness and increase happiness even if you don't have a companion. According to a research published in the Archives of Sexual Behavior, older persons who masturbate report feeling more satisfied with their lives and experiencing less despair. Consider the 68-year-old husband of my patient Elena, who has given me permission to publish his name, who felt alone after losing his wife. He regained his sense of delight by rediscovering self-pleasure, which released the endorphins that improved his mood. It's more than just physical. It's a whole mental and spiritual boost, particularly throughout life's changes like losing a loved one or empty nesting. Let's move on to the sixth advantage. It facilitates the early identification of health problems. You become your own best advocate when you regularly touch yourself. You know your body's normals so well that you can identify lumps, odd textures, or alterations, such as in Peyronie's disease, penile curvature from fibrosis, or testicular cancer. Masturbation promotes self-examination, which is encouraged by the American Urological Association. During a session, my 55-year-old patient Mike detected a slight bulge in his testicles, which resulted in the successful discovery and treatment of early-stage cancer. It might not have been observed if it weren't for that routine. By identifying issues when they are most treatable, this vigilance saves lives. Imagine it as a private health screening. The seventh advantage is that it creates the conditions for more restful, deep sleep. Insomnia develops as we age due to hormonal changes, pains, or racing thoughts. However, cortisol decreases and prolactin and oxytocin levels rise, causing drowsiness after orgasm. According to research published in the Journal of Sleep Medicine, older men who engage in sexual activity report 20 to 30% better sleep. For example, my 62-year-old patient, Harold, who suffers from insomnia, had trouble managing his diabetes because of sleepless nights. He was able to fall asleep more quickly and wake up feeling rejuvenated by using nighttime masturbation as a wind-down practice. Making sure you get the REM sleep you need for immunity and vitality is like pressing a reset button. Now, benefit number 8. Yes, I saw that it was omitted from the original screenplay, but let's fill that void with something crucial based on my knowledge. It strengthens the immune system. Orgasms increase immunoglobulin A and white blood cell levels, which are important defenses against infections. According to a study from Wilkes University, those who engage in sexual activity, including by themselves, have better immunity and experience fewer colds and flu episodes. I've counseled patients like Victor, 70, who is immunocompromised from chemotherapy, to maintain modest self-pleasure during flu seasons in my clinic. He gave it credit for keeping him strong. It is a covert yet scientifically supported defense for your body. The ninth advantage is that it facilitates the development of ejaculation control. Masturbation offers a judgment-free environment for practicing methods like start-stop or edging for people who struggle with premature ejaculation, a frequent problem around the age of 50 due to sensitivity changes. You gain endurance as you become more aware of your arousal cues. According to the International Society for Sexual Medicine, 70% of men who exercise in this manner report having better control. After these sessions, my 58-year-old patient Alex, who was dissatisfied with his marriage, improved his intimacy, which led to more satisfying partner encounters. It's about taking back your self-esteem and enjoyment at your own pace. The 10th and final advantage is that it maintains your brain circuits and libido. The ultimate erogenous zone is your mind, where touch and imaginations activate desire-related brain pathways. By avoiding dormancy, regular practice preserves arousal response and testosterone sensitivity. According to a JAMA study, males over 60 who have an active sexual life, whether alone or with a partner, had better libido levels. Consider the 75-year-old unmarried father of Sarah, anonymized, who was concerned that his motivation was permanently waning. He was able to rekindle his vitality by masturbating. It's passion-driven mental fitness that keeps you interested in life. But keep in mind that power only exists when information is balanced. These advantages are supported by research, as evidenced by international journals and Harvard cohorts, but they cannot take the place of expert treatment. PSA tests and exams are essential if you have a family history of prostate problems or are over 50. Exercise, diet, and candid discussions with your physician complete the picture. Returning to that persistent query, does regular masturbation damage your prostate? The reality, backed by prestigious research, is the opposite. It frequently acts as a protective factor, lowering the risk of cancer by routine clearance. It's a clever complement to healthy living, not magic. But we have to talk about the other side for the whole tale. I'll outline 10 possible hazards you should be aware of in my next video, which is linked below. These range from psychological traps to going overboard. Don't pass them up because ignoring them could undo these benefits. It could save you from regret or uncertainty. I appreciate you entrusting me with this private matter. I'm here to help as Dr. Leila, so leave a question in the comments section below and let's continue the discussion. You deserve to look after yourself. I'll see you shortly.